Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with Mixed Media Frenzy, and today this is the we're doing a hop, and for the hop this is our example to lift, and there's a black and white photo here in the center with mixed media around and stamping kind of following the mixed media or mixed media following the stamping. Not sure which came first. I'm gonna kinda, sorta emulate that. But I'm also going to somewhat follow this sketch. I'm not gonna have a round photo and my title's not gonna be across there, but I do want to have this kind of centered at the bottom with a big cluster of flowers here, and maybe some of the stamping kind of off that way and some off that way. But I would like, I'll kind of do it with the clusters here and here, as in this example, with a small cluster up here in the corner. So those are the elements I'm going to take from this sketch. I'll have a small cluster here and two clusters diagonally across from one another there. And then, but I will follow the kind of the mixed media patterning, I guess, that's going on there. And I have pulled some flowers. I'm going to put both my sketches where I can see them. I don't know why I didn't have this idea before. Anyway, I've pulled some of these dimensional flowers that are, have been around for a while. And I've got different shades and types of pink, warm colors anyway. Let's go. This is kind of a barn red. This is, there's a little brown in these, and these are kind of raspberry with a little bit of orchid purpliness to them. I've got some spray inks that I'm going to use for splatters, and then I'm going to plan on this being kind of right in the middle with kind of a cluster here and here and then something there. So what I'm going to do is my kind of crazy mixed media technique. I pulled Victorian Velvet, Tattered Rose, Worn Lipstick, and Picked Raspberry, which is kind of a variety of pinks that sort of kind of reflect the colors that I've chosen, the Picked Raspberry and Victorian Velvet. So I'm just gonna kind of brush on some of this in the areas where I think the clusters are gonna go. They're just gonna kind of be the backing behind the clusters, and then I'm gonna spray with some water and get the colors kind of blending and working together. Hopefully this works out. I don't think I've ever done this exact technique before. And I'm just realizing that the Victorian Velvet and the Tattered Rose are very similar when they go on the page, but I think there may be some difference down the way. I'm going to kind of just do some larger smudges of the more distinct colors. This is the Worn Lipstick, and I'll make this one down here. And then I'll kind of have to stamp. I'm going to use these outline leaf sprig stamps. Okay, let me go. there. Kind of here. Okay, so now we'll see where this goes once I spray the water. And let me get my paper towel roll ready to I'm just kind of getting some nice water reactivity there. You can kind of see how this is looking. This is about the simplest mixed media that is known to scrap kind. I'm gonna let it kind of move around a bit. Get it going down this way. I like the drips that'll come there. Okay, now let me dry this up. And then I'm going to add the splatters before I add the picture, which is different for me anyway. Okay. And that's a shame. I picked up a lot of the right stuff. This is Bubblegum Pink by Diane Reevely. And I'm intentionally putting it on the wet, sort of wet-ish mixed media, because it tends to, on the dry paper, it'll stay in a small droplet. On the wet paper, it'll spread out and have a splotchy kind of look. And then this is Heidi Swapp's Color Shine in Hot Pink, and it will have a metallic look, if I can get it open. It's kind of the same color, but when it dries, the metallic look will definitely stand out. Okay, now I'm going to dry it again, and because I have to stamp it, remember. I'm gonna build, well, I guess the very next thing I have to do is stamp. And I'm going to hope that my stamping maintains its integrity on the damper areas. The ink on the stamp may spread out, and I'm thinking that on a mixed media layout, I'm okay with that. I may not mind it too much. So I'm using VersaFine ink, which may not spread as badly. Okay, so I'm gonna go with this impression down this way. That came out nice. We'll see if it kind of spreads out. Let's do another one kind of like that. And I'm going to do one kind of up that way. Maybe do two. Let's get it going the right way. And I'm thinking that the photo and doily will be right right there. So starting this kind of down here, we'll have it tucked a little bit underneath that doily. And I may put this one a little, kind of overlap it a little more. Okay, so that's kind of, I like that kind of look. And then I'm gonna actually use a different stamp for the smaller cluster. This one has leaves shaped a little differently. Oops, but I'm going to do, what a mess. I'm going to do two anyway. Kind of like that. Now, I didn't exactly follow the mixed media. There's mixed media kind of sticking out, and that's a technique that I possibly could have tried a little bit harder to emulate and pick up, but it is what it is. I didn't do, at the time that I was doing the stamping, I was more considering the underlap with the doily, the placement of the photo. I've got another stamp I want to use. Let's see, it's on that same stamp pad. It's a camera, and I'm probably going to add the camera now. If I can put my stamp pad away, let me get that. And I'm going to do the camera where? Where would I want the camera to be? Maybe kind of right here. Okay, that works. And the image actually came out pretty good. Now, I'm going to do some more stamping with a butterfly stamp, but I'm going to do it in the mixed media colors. I'm going to kind of do that and that. And that, kind of have it coming off the mixed media. I'll do those three in the picked raspberry color. I'll do one right there, and then I'll do the other colors later. Let's see, this is worn lipstick. Here's where I'll have the stamping following the there. And I'm going to do one of these over here and have it overlap that leaf, maybe. And I'm not going to put any butterflies down here. I may do something else. Actually, let me, I'll do those. Let's see. Let me do a Victorian velvet, see how it stamps, actually. Let's try the Victorian velvet here. Ooh, it came out almost brown here. And that actually might, I can put some flowers that come closer to that. I'll do this here. And then let me try the tattered rose and see what we come up with. And I'll try it like right there, and there, and there. And I'll add one kind of in the field right there, and one here, and we'll go with that. Okay, so there's my background. And let's start, I guess, with, I'm going to place this up on some foam. Don't want to use black because I cut images out of black. Let's go with green. And I'm going to raise the photo up on the phone, but I'm going to let the doily be flat on the paper. So I'll do it this way. I think that's going to work. There we go. And I've got this. And now I'll start piling on flowers. And I will tell you ahead of time, I'm going to go ahead and do the sketch. So that's kind of what we're doing now. I've got a brad that I wanted to use for that, but instead I'm going to glue this darker flower in there, and I will find a different place to use a brad. Let me kind of do that. Get that there. And then I'm going to kind of build flowers here. I'm going to let the camera show, in other words. So for this one, I want to go with more of these raspberry-ish ones. So let me I'm going to put those on with liquid adhesive. I'll take this kind of whitish one and maybe put it down here, and I'll tuck it up under that guy there. I'll take this one that has some light and raspberry colors. Let me pull one of these from the other color scheme so that it kind of picks up those colors. These are Petaloos, and I forget where I got them. I want to say, because there's a discount price on them, it's probably Tuesday morning, but it would have been a while back. So let me get this one here. And I'm hoping that that glue takes. I'm gonna actually put one here, kind of overlapping this large flower, because I kind of want the floral pattern to kind of continue in the direction that the mixed media is going. So you and I will know that that camera is there, and I think I can claim the point. Let me pull one of those out. And I'm going to do one more in this color scheme, and I'm going to attach it to the photo. Okay, now we'll start. I'll do a couple of these here, but I'm going to switch to this brownish color, and I'm going to use this really large one kind of right at the corner, and it's going to cover up my overlap, which I hate because I like it when those kind of open pattern stamps intersect. there. Let me pull one more of the sort of mauve colored ones. Let's see, there we go. I may as well mix them all up, right? There's a little kind of a thing sticking out there on these flowers that kind of keeps them a little bit from lying flat. So I don't have a large cluster up here. I'm going to do one more stamp. I need a clock for Calvinball points, and I need a circle, and I need numbers. So I'm going to do this circular clock that has numbers on it, and I'll get 3 points. I don't get a point for stamping because I stamped elsewhere. Let me just do that, and then I'll cover up any, well, it's kind of wonky. That's interesting. I'll just glue on some flowers and call it intentional, right? Perfection is not, never has been, and never will be my jam. Let's see, what do I want? Take this kind of do that there. Okay. Now I have another stamp I'd like to use. I'm seeing it here, and it's very similar to Christina's use it on every layout kind of stamp. Hers has little plus signs. This has little hearts, and I love hearts. Oh, I've got a bow here. I want to stamp that on too. And let me do it kind of right here. I'm going to mash those flowers to get that flat on the paper. There we go. And then I want to use the worn lipstick, I think, for the little hearts. So let me just kind of add them into the mixed media, kind of among and on top of the butterflies. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm loving those little hearts. And they just kind of add to the background. They don't really kind of register, I guess, as hearts, as a specific image. Let me do a few kind of off the page there, and there, and there. Okay, so I think I'm done with the main part of it. I'm probably going to add in a few Calvinball points. Not gonna junk it up like I usually do. Probably add in some pink sequins and some pink enamel dots and some pink bling. So I know that those things will go on. I won't run you through the process of my selecting those. I've got a pinkish washi tape arrow that I'm going to kind of just work in right there. And I'll probably put some other things on top of that. Actually, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this off and I'm going to pull another piece of that washi tape after I've washed the ink off my fingers. I smudged some black ink onto those, onto that washi tape. So I'll fix that. But basically, I've honored the Mixed Media Frenzy layout, and I've kind of done this sketch as well. I'm gonna let Dad, You Are My Hero be my title because it's appropriate. I know I'm going to add these pink heart-shaped sunglasses, these are Bramble Fox perspectives. They're kind of as a nod not only to the pink, but also to the kind of glasses that Katie's wearing that were supplied by the photographer. They're just so cute. And these will possibly go maybe over here in conjunction with the washi tape arrow. So I'll probably have a few embellishments here and then some maybe running across here. So thank you for watching. I'll see you next Friday for Mixed Media Frenzy. And until through the end of the month, I'm going to try to catch up with all 30 days of Christy's Beautiful Life, 30 Days of Sketches, Series 7. So thanks for watching. Bye.